After traveling around the world over the last 9 events, SailGP has arrived once again in the Atlantic Ocean in the iconic waters of Bermuda. Today, event 10 of season 4 takes place in the Great Sound. Alongside Olympian Stevie Morrison, former world champion Emily Nagel, and special guest, former Emirates GBR crew member Nikki Boniface, I'm Todd Harris. We have reached the critical point of season, and points in Bermuda are at an absolute premium for those still in the hunt for the season 4 title. This is the Apex Group Bermuda Sail Grand Prix.
Oh, they flipped them. Oh, my Lord. Disaster. Oh, I hope no one's hurt in that. That was a disaster. They flipped the wing the wrong way there.
Unfortunately for the U.S. team, the damage to the wing is too significant to be back on the water this weekend in Bermuda.
Perfect start for the Australians. That's absolute magic from Tom Slingsby. Disaster in New Zealand, but back with a bang here in Bermuda.
And as they approach mark number 1, it is the Aussies and the French out in front. This race number 1, leg 3 of 7, and France has now come off the foils.
Oh, Todd, another unforced error. You just can't afford that in these conditions. It's flat water, it's easy foiling.
So Australia way out in front. Then you've got New Zealand, Canada, and France, and Germany now appearing in the top 5. So the Australians make the turn around the last gate, and it'll be a straight shot to the finish line. And race number 1 here, day 1 of the Apex Group Bermuda Sail Grand Prix, will go the way of the Aussies. Tom Slingsby with a beautiful rebound here in Bermuda to take the win.
Can Burling and this New Zealand crew keep the boat fast enough? He must turn on the yellow circle. Canada is going to be fast.
So the Kiwis have to deal not only with Robertson and the Canadians, but also France and De La Pierre. It's Content De La Pierre. He spins it to the inside. Look how close they are.
Canada have got the advantage here. New Zealand must keep clear. Robertson just needs to stay fast. He slingshots around the outside. Brilliant by Robertson. And that set itself up a long way out, but it's going to be Canada bringing it home second. The black foils up to third.
Demo time, 11.
Perfect start there at the gun. I like where Australia and Germany are here. Canada are going fast at the top of the line.
Coming down in 3.
It's race number 2 as they approach mark number 1. Germany on the inside, Australia off to their right, and there is Canada. The top 3 teams, they go 3 wide in mark 1.
Stand by.
Right of way with the Spanish. Australia spin the boat aggressively. Wow, Tom Slingsby not scared of still slinging this Aussie boat around. He's going to be tight at the bottom of the course though. Will he make it down with no more manoeuvres? He's on the inside. He has the right of way, but he's going to be slow.
2, 1.
Oh, perfectly executed by the Aussies. They've done a nice job there. Well judged by Slingsby.
Trimming on.
Look at that, New Zealand third. Last at mark 1. Gate number 3, third. I mean, they are fast, fast, fast.
2, 1.
Battle for third, fourth, fifth and sixth is really tight. Watch out, Canada, you've got to keep clear here. Australia's got the right of way. Aggressive manoeuvre by the Aussies. He forces them off the foils. Lead change.
Holding high to hurt him. Hey, nice work, guys.
Tom Slingsby claims yet another victory here on the Great Sound.
Here we go.
Oh, what a start by Botin at the top of the line, the only boat at full speed. He's hammering in fast here. Phil Robertson's got it out of the gun as well.
And as they approach mark number 1 in the third and final race of the day, it is Spain on the outside. Phil Robertson and Canada coming in tight on the inside. And it's Phil Robertson that makes the turn first. Slingsby goes with him. So there they are, the 2 best teams so far on the right side. Diego Botin and the Spanish go left. Gate number 3 as they make their way through. It's Diego Botin in Spain out in front. Denmark in second. Australia sitting in third, and Canada in fourth. So the same villains still lurking at the top of the leaderboard.
Denmark coming fast on the outside. I think the Spanish team are far enough ahead here, but expect the distance to close up a little bit as we start heading upwind.
All the way. 3.
So now, Denmark are going to be really fast here. Spain are gone. Forget about them. This is a race win for Botin. Australia's going to spin on the mark, and here come Denmark. What can they do? Can he stay fast enough to get round the outside? If he can get overlapped, if he can get alongside Australia, expect an aggressive move from Sehested.
Stand up in 3, 2,
Oh, so very close as Nikolai Sehested is running the Australians off course.
I thought he was a nice guy on the race course. That was aggressive from Sehested.
The Great Dane goes full Viking on the Aussies.
Oh, aggression from Sehested. That's what we want from Rockwool, Denmark. France coming in with a lot of speed. Can Delapierre find a gap? He's too quick. That's going to get really tight. How he threaded the needle through there. Canada well positioned. France seem to have got through, but it's about acceleration now. Switzerland really well positioned here. Nathan Outridge on board that Swiss boat's going to roll over the top. He's going to be really, really fast in there. And there we go. France foul to Denmark. That's a big moment for the French. They're going to have to drop back behind them, but for the Swiss, here we go. Here's your chance for glory. And the Spanish, that's a little bit of an unforced error. They turned for the mark too early and they're going to lose a lot of speed here. Going to be a bit of a roadblock in front of Germany, and that's good news for one team and one team only. That's the Swiss. They're away down the road. It looks light in front of the fans, bit less breeze at the bottom of the course.
And here is how the points are looking in this race to the final. So Australia still leading the charge, but Canada and Denmark solidifying their place in that top three. And now the Spanish could be on the edge of qualifying.
Look at this, here we go. We see it's very tight with Canada and Denmark at the top. That's a real battle for the final, but New Zealand, they were in a tussle with Australia. They've come out on top of it. They've worked their way up to 6th. They're slowly crawling back through the fleet.
In race number 4, it is Switzerland that comes out of the gate the fastest, and they take it all the way to the finish line for the victory.
Good result for them. And Canada, what a big overtake there by Phil Robertson. He's judged that beautifully at the bottom of the course. Those points will be important. The New Zealand team won't be out of this, yes. Of course, remember, we've got one more race to go here today. As we can see, Canada, what a great move. Germany putting an attack on Rockwool, Denmark in the background. Important points for Phil Robertson here, though, coming in for a second. There's going to be no room for the French. Spain are shutting them out. Going to be a good start for Australia, and it's going to be a good start for Denmark. New Zealand are on the front row, and it's now a boat speed race. Denmark, Spain, and New Zealand, it's a sprint. Here go New Zealand, first to manoeuvre, spin out behind Rockwool, Denmark, well judged by Burling. Could have done well there, that manoeuvre surprised the Danish. It was aggressive by Burling, perfectly judged, and the black foils, they're lined up well. If they can make it to gate 2 here, look how high they've got that black Kiwi boat flying out of the water. They're pressurising the Spanish. Spain have the advantage, but they'll all be wanting a simple left turn, is my guess from here. Disaster for Rockwool, Denmark. The French have manoeuvred in front of them. New Zealand indecisive. That was rare moment by Burling. He ummed and ahed about that one. That's let Tom Slingsby split the fleet in 2 there. Rockwool, Denmark are out the back. Spain and Germany have the right of way. New Zealand have wriggled themselves back into it. Australia, they're well positioned. Basically, all these boats are pretty much neck and neck at the moment. And at the moment, the black foils are the fastest boat on the course. New Zealand crew have just absolutely powered past Australia. They have the right of way against Spain. The black foils could be winning this at the next gate.
So much faster.
Once again, pulling a rabbit out of the hat, it's the Kiwis as they come in and they will get the win.
Spain have got to keep clear. They've got to keep clear of France there. That could, oh my word, they pushed that. That surely, oh, they're going to get away. It's an overtake anyway. The penalty should be cleared, but Australia coming in fast. They're going to shoot round the Spanish. I think this is disaster for Spain. Another penalty. They've got to lose distance. It was a blatant foul.
It's Canada that has dropped back to 9th place now.
And with Canada making that error, that actually saves the Spanish, and that will see Australia, New Zealand, and the Spanish into the final.
How's your time in there, Botin? You look like you could have judged this just to perfect. Watch the line turn white. It's go here, the Spanish. What a move. They've slung onto the inside, timed it well. Some move by Botin. He pulled it out the bag. They lead at Mark 1. New Zealand have the right of way. The Spanish are going to have to think about this. Do they turn in front of Spain? I think you try and turn in front of New Zealand if you can. But the Kiwis are going to be faster. Tight moment here. Spain owns the mark. The black foils have got the most speed at the moment. Spain holds on. Great tactical sailing by Botin. Expect an attack on this downwind from the black foils.
Yes. Coming up.
Yeah, they can't get inside.
Okay. Down.
I think the Spanish actually sailed an angle a little bit away from the wind to tactically position for this move. They've positioned themselves well. They took a little loss to have a long-term gain. They will now be looking to put disturbed air down onto the New Zealand team, and that's going to be good down the rest of the leg.
As Diego Botín comes around this last mark, winners in Los Angeles, and it is Spain who gets into the final here in Bermuda by a tiebreaker and give it up for the Spanish. They will claim the victory here in Bermuda.
Congratulations, Nicole and Diego. I know you want to celebrate with your team, but how special was that win, Nicole?
It was amazing to have a battle, not with the Aussies and the Kiwis, who are clearly two of the top teams, and to be able to fight with them hand on hand and come out on top, it's an amazing feeling.
No, it's been a very emotional day for us. We really wanted to make that final, and coming out with a win here is just amazing.
Have a look at the overalls.
Yes.
Okay, New Zealand, Australia, but look at the distance between Spain and Rottwell Denmark, 9 points. That's massive. You could start to say it's Botíns to lose now.
And we are moving north. Halifax, Nova Scotia, keeping things in the Atlantic, keeping that theme rolling along nicely. It will be June 1st and 2nd, the first time SailGP has come into Canadian waters.